guys, it's Robin, RsIslandCrafts. This is Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, May 7th, 2019. This is my video of secrets, but I'm going to tell you my secrets. One of the things I was working on this week, some of you might have seen my craft room over on Instagram. It was a bit scary. Well, it's still a bit scary. You might be able to see a couple little boxes here, but what you're not seeing is this pile of boxes here. And I can move about this much because I'm surrounded by boxes. What I did is when I took down a bookshelf in my bedroom, I took it down before I had the new bookshelves into the craft room, which was fine, whatever. But I started putting everything in just these medium, large, flat rate boxes. They're not very big if you've ever seen them. Which means I have a lot of boxes around me. Probably maybe 15 or so boxes. But like I said, they're only about this big. I took everything off the shelves. There's like knitted projects and there's craft supplies and everything. And I tried to take care of all of it in one day. I put together my bookshelves Tuesday evening last week, which felt like last year. Then I got up Wednesday and I'm like, okay, I'm going to hit that craft room and I'm going to get it all organized. Yeah, you guys know better. It's a lot of work to go through and try to get everything done in one day when you have piles of stuff everywhere. So I'm trying to be a little more realistic this week, and what I'm doing is my bookshelves are over there on that wall. I've already have some fabric and stuff on it, and I have other things just stuck on the shelf at the moment. But I'm going to go through each individual box, maybe a box or two a day, go through and decide what's in there, what I realistically am I going to use, what can be kept, what needs to be donated, and what can just be tossed. And then, okay, so this sounds a little crazy, but I'm going to empty one box and I'm going to put things into other boxes. But when I put them in other boxes, I'm going to put them in like knitted projects and then things that need to find a home in the craft room. And then once I get it all done, I can reevaluate and see what type of storage units I need, what can just go on the shelf. If I know it can go on the shelves, I'm just going to put them on the shelves. If I know I need to put some type of a plastic tub or some baskets or something, I'll go ahead and pick those things up. See what I have around the house to use first, because I tend to like to buy storage containers. They're good rotating through. Sometimes you use them for one thing and then you can rotate them through for another thing in the future. And then that way I can get things a little bit more organized, and then my craft room will be more usable and cohesive and calm. I like to work in a calm space. I like to have one spot in my house that's calm. And I can hide. So you guys don't want to hear about well, some of you might want to hear about the craft room, but the craft room is done. I have done some other things around the house this week, but let me show you my quilt that I worked on first. If you watched my Sew With Me Friday video, you've already seen this. This is it's the yellow fabric and green, as you can tell, but it's got bugs all over it. Bugs, insects, however you want to look at it. There you go. Can you see them all? You can also go back and watch my video on Friday to see it close up, but you'll also see this tomorrow on Whip It Wednesday. So that'll give you something a little bit to look forward to, but I love the way this turned out. I like the way I'm just going to call them diamonds even though they're squares, but I like the squares on point, or the faux diamonds. I like how it kind of sets it off, and it just basically reads as a yellow and green quilt. And it's very, very springy. I use a 9.5 inch blocks and 3.5 inch corner blocks, which gives me basically a 36 by 36 quilt. These go together so quickly. It'd be really quite easy to make a king size quilt with a variety of fabrics in doing this. I think it'd be fun if all the corner squares were different colors, so that when they come together, like this would be a red, and this would be a blue. It'd take a little bit of planning, but that's what graph paper is for, and the EQ8s and all that. Now, to continue on with the home owning drama of the previous weeks, well, it's not drama. I've actually just doing a little bit of maintenance around the house. Last week I put in the new faucet in Rob's bathroom. This week I went ahead and I put in a new shower head, so that it was one that you could take off and rinse off like this. That way Rob can sit in the shower so he doesn't have to stand all the time, because you know, the whole process of chemo and stuff, it kind of really drains you because it affects your blood cells and stuff, and all your fancy little numbers where your blood counts go down low, which makes you tired. You got a chance of falling. So I got a nice little shower head for him. Simple, right? You just take the shower head off, put the new shower head on, right? Why is nothing ever simple when I go ahead and do it? So I've got the new shower head on. It's the one, like I said, you can take it out. It's not a shower head like this and then a separate wand. So it's the wand that goes in the little thing. So I guess I didn't push it in. Can you see where I'm going with this? I didn't have it pushed in all the way, so when I turned on the shower to see if it was going to work, the whole thing, I mean, it's about this big, it fell down and it's spraying all over, and I had my second shower for the morning. I had my second shower for the morning. It was crazy. I was soaking wet. But it works now. Everything's good. It's taking a little bit to get used to because it's got different water pressure and different little settings and all that, but that's good. So I got bookcases put together, I got shower heads taken care of, and then I had to go outside and deal with my bird problem. I don't know why all of a sudden we have so many birds. We've had like blackbirds on and off and a couple birds here and there, but for some reason we have birds now. We have these little gray birds that I call them bluebirds because they're not like blue jays, but they're gray and they got blue wings and stuff. And they're just these tiny things, but they squawk really loudly. And what they're doing is, I don't know how you guys might have it in your house, but around the outside of our house where the eaves are, we have these metal panels called soffit. Now these birds hang off the side of the roof and they put their claws into the soffit and they pull down on it until it pops open, and then they go inside there and they build nests. Then the blackbirds come down and they want to eat the eggs of these little bluebirds, so they get in there and they all squawking, and I can hear them running around like a racetrack on this metal around the outside of my house. And I've been battling these birds for about 2-3 years. They're driving me crazy. Every time I fix the soffit, because it kind of goes together like flooring, like tongue and groove flooring, or like puzzle pieces. It's got a channel and then the next one goes into it like this. But I'm telling you, these little tiny 1-pound things, if that, they manage to just hang there from their feet and they pick with their beaks and they pull it down and they get in there. I've replaced several of them. Most of them are good, but when you have like hurricanes and stuff, they tend to have some issues and you lose a few. And it seems like the new ones that you purchased don't quite match up with the old ones. So if any of you watched my Whip It Wednesday last week, I believe I talked about redneck ingenuity. Well, we've stapled the soffits, we've worked on the J channels that hold them, we've nailed things up there, and we've got most of them under control. But there's just this one panel that even when I put a new one in, and I've got 3 new ones in, they just go crazy and they open it up. So I got white duct tape and I taped it up there. They're white, and the white duct tape, it held it together. It stops it from being pulled open like this. And so far, fingers crossed, it's keeping the birds out. Because I don't want to have birds' nests, I don't want baby birds, I don't want anything dying up there, and I don't want it pooping everywhere because it smells. Plus you hear around the house all the time. So that's my adventure this week. I took 2 showers in the span of an hour. I've put together a bookcase. I totally trashed my craft room, and I've been chasing birds. How's your week been? Anything adventuresome? But that's it for me. I'm hoping for a nice, calm, and quiet week, this one coming up. The only thing I have planned is if Walmart will ever ship me my car seat covers, I'm going to be putting new car seat covers on and steering wheel covers. That should be easy, right? There should not be any drama for that one. Keep your fingers crossed for me. And until then, I'll see you next week. Bye!